Ciao, tutti. Welcome to Chamba Academy, where your study abroad dreams can be a reality. In today's video, I am going to walk you through the process to apply for one of the prestigious scholarships offered here in Italy. Okay, so let's get right into it. So just walk us through the process of application. What were the documents that they required? Did you submit it, or did you get help from the school? Like, what was the entire process for submitting this scholarship, and what's the deadline for those who have not yet applied or who intend to apply for this regional scholarship?
The regional scholarship is a need-based scholarship for the first year, and then every region has it, and then every region requirement is different. For Genova 2024-2025 application, they were asked to provide 2022 income documents for foreign students. But for other universities, I've seen them say, 2023 income documents is what you have to provide.
So did you submit your income statement from your country to the university? Then the university has to submit it to the regional scholarship. Like how did you go about it?
Okay, I know so many people might not know about this. Reason being, I'm not trying to place myself on a different scale, but reason being, a lot of people would not do research to this extent because I had to find a way to reach out to my fellow African students that are currently schooling in Genova to ask them questions about how they went about their regional scholarship, because I could barely find any information about an African student applying for the Genova regional scholarship, which was named Aliseo. According to the CAF Parificato for my region, you need the income document for 2022. And then before you can be accepted for the regional scholarship, your documents need to be sent down to Italy.
So did you like email CAF to give you your ISE parificato to make for you the ISE parificato? Did you just send them certain documents? Maybe you obtained them from, I don't know, social welfare or any ministry in your country to submit to CAF, then they come up with the ISE parificato. Like, how did you go about it exactly?
So for my country, I think everybody's country is different. I've heard of cases where I think for Ghana, I don't know if they also need to authenticate their documents. But for Nigeria, we have to authenticate our documents. Yes, once you authenticate your document at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, you will have to legalize it at the Italian consulate or the Italian embassy. Once you do that, you can send your documents down to Italy, to the CAF office, to get your equalized ISE UP, that's your ISE Parificato document. Because normally the ISE is for Italian citizens.
Yes.
And as a foreign student, you cannot have the ISE just like that. You need something equivalent to the ISE, which is your income document, which there are so many resources about income documents on YouTube. There is a format most people, most Africans or most Nigerians follow. So the income document is what I did follow. I translated it because the CAF for my region said I need to translate the document, I need to authenticate it, and then I need to legalize it. So I have authenticated my document, I've translated my document. So I just need to legalize my document, and I probably have to send it to Italy. But for my region, like I said, the bureaucracy, in Italy is quite strong. So for each region, it might differ. For my region even they stated that you can either scan your document and send it to them. You don't need to come or to be in Italy to get it done. Do you understand? So I could still send it there, and then I would probably just have to pay I think a subscription fee, which is around 40 euros, but for international students it is 20 euros. So it is the same thing. I'm not going to scan the document and send it to CAF, I would have to go to the CAF office myself and submit the document. That's how it is. But for different regions, I think it's different. different stories for different region, different procedures for different region. Because I got to know today that for, I think, University of Mache, they have until August 26 or 27 to submit their ISE certificate. So imagine you haven't started preparing for your regional scholarship for a long time now. The whole process will become so overwhelming, and then you just miss out. Getting your income document from the able bodies in your, or the bodies in your country is the right thing to do. I got mine from the high courts. You can also get it from your, I think they call it municipality or something. I don't know the name, but some countries call it province, some call it local government. But for Nigeria, we call it local government or the high court. You can go to the high court or the local government to get the certificate and then get it stamped and signed. Then you take it to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Then from Ministry of Foreign Affairs, you also translate it and then you take it to the consulate or the Italian embassy and then get it legalized. So after that, you scan it and send it to them, or you send it to Italy yourself, or when you apply for your visa on time, you take it to Italy with your own bare hands and won't submit it before time. But there is also a deadline because you also want to meet up time.
Yes.
Because the rankings have a date they would be released. So you also want to apply on time. And there's something about Italy. It is usually first come, first serve. So if you come early and they reply to you early, if you come late, they reply to you late.
For the scholarship, after you send your documents either via email or courier or in person to the scholarship committee, then what happens?
During the period you're doing all that, you would have to also apply on a special or dedicated website for the regional scholarship. So each region have a dedicated website for each regional scholarship. So for some region, their regional scholarship can be Adisu. There's for the Lombardy region, there's for the Liguria region, which is Aliseo, which I am applying for and which I already did apply for. So our websites are quite different from each other.
Yes.
So the way you navigate the website are quite different from the way you navigate the other websites. But I would always advise people to always go on YouTube channel like your channel to watch videos of how to apply for some of these applications, because it can be very overwhelming. And then the reason why I say it can be very overwhelming is because sometimes they are always written in Italian. So if you're not really relaxed, or you're doing everything in the ace, you're working too fast, like, okay, I want to get this done quick, you might just make a mistake. And this is one thing I've noticed about this application. You need to take your time, read into every details, translate the words again. There was a time I was even using an AI to translate this word to make sure that I am not feeling something that is contradictory to my application or that can stop me getting the scholarship. So for the Aliseo region, which I am applying for, there's been one problem most people have been having currently, which is the name. Some application on it for Italian schools, or whatever application for most Italian schools, they're always having issues with the name, which I don't know, maybe it's a universal thing in Italy where they just use the first name and the last name. But for someone like me from Africa, we're always having multiple names. I can have 15 names and I want to put them there. So I need to find a way to fit them in. But at most Nigerians or most people have 3 names. First name, middle name, and then last name. Well, I don't know for most Africans. So for the university, you feel the same thing. You make sure that your admission letter also correlates with the application on the name on your university. People make a lot of these mistakes. I saw people make first-hand mistakes and then they're always emailing their school. So imagine your school doesn't respond to you on time. They are very slow to responding to the messages. Before they would reply or fix your problem would take a long time. So it's always very advisable to look and watch videos from like your type of YouTube channel to get the necessary information and know the right thing to do actually. So because it's not an easy task at the end of the day. And I noticed that people have issues with the names, and for the Aliseo scholarship, it's just the first name and the last name. And thinking about it again, the first name and the last name cannot just be there, because in my school application there was a space for a middle name. So I have to combine the names together, which is the the first name and the middle name together, and then the last name stays alone.
Yes.
So the box for the first name, I imputed what was written on my admission letter. So if my name is Akin Ola, I'm using a Nigerian name now. And that was what was on my admission letter. That is the same thing I would put on the Aliseo box, the space to input your name. That is what I'm going to do there. So that's pretty much it. And then making sure that I think there's something I also noticed: the fiscal code, just like the tax code.
Yeah, it's
So
a pretty long code, so it's very easy to make mistakes with that one.
so it's always best to copy the codes straight from your PDFs. That's your admission letter. Just copy it
Yes.
like that, and don't decide to start typing it one after the other. Just make sure that you're clicking on the right thing, and then you use that fiscal code for Aliseo scholarship. I don't know about other regions, but I
Yeah,
think it
most
might
of
be
them
similar
do.
to other
Yes.
regions. Yeah. So you put the fiscal code from your admission letter, then your matricola number. I don't know. I think it's in Italian matricola.
It's
Matricola.
But
Yeah.
usually
So you
before you I don't know, maybe in Genova it's a bit different, but in Siena you're not automatically given a matricular number there and then until you come to finish your pre-enrollment here. So
pre-enrollment.
they
Sorry,
give you
enrollment.
like a application number. That is what you actually use because it takes time for them to give you the your matricular number is your identity number. Like in my country, we say computer number for what the school would identify.
Yeah, we call it matric number. Yeah, we call it matric
Okay.
number. So yeah, but for my school, I think they call it ID domanda on my summary. That's to show you how much I've read about my school. I've gone over my summary over and over again, over and over again. I have gone over my admission letter over and over
You'll be
again,
speaking
making
Italian
sure.
in no
Yes, so making sure
time.
that yes, making sure that I
But
am very
Demanda
much
just
on
needs
point.
patience, so I don't know. But anyway.
Yeah, but so many people don't have that patience. So the ID number is also needed, which can also be called the serial number. I noticed a couple changes from last year. The website last year and this year, I noticed a couple changes. Like last year, I think they wrote I think matricular number or something, and then this year they wrote serial number.
Okay.
So and the serial number is always on the admission letter. So I just took the number from the admission letter and then my fiscal code. I just pasted it on the application for the registration. So after the registration, I uploaded my passport too, and then they would also ask you to upload your tax code. But the tax code have not been activated yet. They're only giving you a temporary one.
Yes,
For
but
most people,
the
because I
same
noticed that.
one will be used. It's actually the
Yeah.
same one that when you come, you have to go to the office, the tax code office, Agenzia Entranta. That's where you have to go to get your tax code kind of like activated. So it is going to be the same tax code.
Yeah, that's the most thing I was able to get from the application. So and then that's where most people have always had this problem because some people have like long names and they make mistakes during those short interval. Yeah. So after registering and then you would not apply for the benefits. For the Aliseo scholarship, you're also entitled to feeding, that's the canteen service, and then the accommodation, school fees the school fee exemption or reduction. So that's pretty much everything. So if you're applying for the benefits, that's the Aliseo scholarship itself. After registering, it's a different process on its own. Once you're applying for the benefits, you should go to on the same portal right there. After you've logged in, you go there, you pick all the right information on how, like, also one problem people make, sometimes the kind of browser you use for registering this document or doing these applications also matters, because I've seen people complain. I had somebody come to me and say, oh, it's been trying to fill this, it wasn't working. I'm like, was putting in 2024 and it was telling him it's not, like, it wasn't working, it wasn't taking him to the next point that it should be on. I said, what kind of browser are you using? And have you done the right thing? He said he did the right thing. I said, okay. Then what kind of browser are you using? He said he's using an Opera Mini. Opera Mini in 2024. You're using an Opera Mini. Like, are you living in the old age? Like, you need to come back to reality, man. Go and get yourself a Chrome browser. You're using Opera Mini. Why are you living in the village? Like you need to come outside now. So I was like, no, you need to get a Chrome browser. So immediately he changed the voting word. I was like, wow. The Aliseo body were also very responsive when you email them. So I think at the end of the day, once you have like an ultimate problem that you feel like, oh, this is so overwhelming, always email the Aliseo body, the school. If you're having issues regarding the scholarship, you email
Did you upload
Aliseo.
any documents on their website when you were applying for the scholarship, or did you just have to fill in a form with your details, what you're going to study, or were there any other documents that you uploaded on the Aliseo website?
Okay.
Now you're
Aliseo.
making me say it like you.
Okay,
Italians
so
pronounce every vowel.
so apparently for the documents you have to upload your passports. That's for registering, and then you also have to upload your ESET document. If you don't have your ESET document now, there is no problem, right?
Okay.
But there is a deadline. That's what I said. For each region, there is a deadline. My deadline is probably around October before I can provide before I can get exempted from the scholarship and say, oh, you're no longer going to be awarded the scholarship for this year.
Okay.
Do you understand? So there is a deadline that the ESET documents must be submitted. But there is a relationship. This is why people don't do research. I do a lot of research. There's a relationship between the Aliseo body and my university. So, and then the CAF. The CAF knows about the relationship between Aliseo and University of Genova. So University of Genova also talks about Aliseo. Aliseo also talks about University of Genova. They are both intertwined, and then CAF is right there in the middle. When CAF collects your income documents, it converts it into an ESET certificate,
yes,
which already is an equalized version for your ESET document. So they would send your document automatically to Aliseo and to the school. So they will automatically send it to the school and Aliseo. So, and then there is something I also wanted to say that so many universities, after applying on the government giving website like Universitaly, you also have to apply on the school again. So like the pre-enrollment we did on Universitaly, you still have to also pre-enroll on the school portal to notify the welcome office that yes, you're very much in line with the whole application phase, because there's like a process, but people cannot wait to read about it. So it's definitely going to be a problem, because I can't count how many people I have told the same stuff.
So
that, you need to pre-enroll. After the pre-enrollment, you need to apply for the scholarship. You need to input your number gotten from the Aliseo scholarship when you have applied successfully. You need to take that number and take it to the school website, input the number there, and apply there again on the school portal. So the school has an information about it. Aliseo has an information about it. So when you get your ESET document, you go to the Aliseo website and upload it. You also go to the university portal and upload it.
I think it will
and then the CAF itself will also upload for you. They will also send it for you too, but you just have to be on the safe side to also upload on both sides, because they have like special links for them that you can always upload them to.
I think it would be best if we could also just leave the links, the specific links, like for the scholarship, for
it's on the
as well as CAF, so that those who are having a difficult time finding the entire process, they can, of course, just click on those links and are able to apply. And of course, we'll leave the whole document on the application process for Genova as well as the scholarship. So you guys should be on the lookout for that in the description box. We'll leave a link to that as well. We apply again on the school website.
Yes, we'll apply again to finalize it.
I'm drained already just thinking about it. Like it's too tedious.
They said it's too tedious. You're the one that want to study abroad. It's you have to wake up. You need to understand. It's not for the weak. If you're a very lazy person and you're just like, oh, I'm too tired, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I'm sorry, you will not be able to catch up with the whole stuff, because the same way you're working tediously online, you also need to work tediously offline. because you need to also get your documents ready.
Mm-hmm.
So for each country, it's quite different. For
Okay.
most European countries, you need to legalize your documents. You need to certify them. And then you also need to translate your documents for most European countries. Likewise, Italy. So you're also working offline, you're also working online. So
for the faint-hearted.
yeah, it's not for the faint-handed.
So we have a deadline for the ISE Parificato submission, which is in October, right? But then
Yeah.
what about the scholarship? Is it closing on a specific day, or is it in the
Yeah, it's
same?
going to close by July 31 just to apply.
Okay.
Just for your name to be in the system. But it's until when you submit your essay, they can rank you.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much for joining me, Benjamin. It was lovely having
No problem. No problem.
with you.
No
Hopefully
problem.
we'll see you in. I haven't been to Genova. I missed the opportunity to
No, you should come. You should come. It's probably the best
definitely.
place to be,
I
you
have
know.
to welcome you, and yeah, we'll see.
Piacere. Yeah, piacere.
All right.
Yeah, piacere. Fine settimana. So yeah.
Next week.
Yeah.
Next week.
So
Like
yeah,
next week.
that's how we do it in Italy, you know. So but yeah, I really hope everybody gets the messages right, and then everybody hold the necessary things.
Thank you so much for this detailed explanation on the process to applying to the University of Geneva, the scholarship opportunities, and the pre-enrollment process as well. Thank you, Benjamin. We'll see you next time. Ciao.